I'm Jennifer with My Marketing Maven, and I love to make marketing magnificent. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for being in my very first masterclass. I don't have the app. I need the download app. Sorry, I have got someone trying to make it into the class, but he says he doesn't have the app. But I will carry on since I have my audience here. Did you all get your worksheet? I know Mackenzie's driving, so yeah, Karen's got hers, Amanda, yep. Okay, good, because that's going to be the fun part. So let me just share my screen real quick, and we're going to just show you some fun stuff here. Are you able to see that? Good, I got a thumbs up. Perfect. Okay, so welcome again. And just a few house rules. This isn't a sit and listen and be bored kind of class. This is a workshop. And so you've got your workshops or your worksheets, and we're going to be building your plan together today. So I want you to have fun. I want you to feel comfortable to ask questions at any point. And I will mute you if there's background noise. Otherwise, feel free to come off mute when you have a question or you want to say something, and be prepared to do a little bit of work. But I promise you again, I'll try to make it fun. Okay, do you ever feel like this or this? Yeah, do I get some nods, some yeses? Yes, exactly. We call this the hamster wheel when you're frantically trying, or the, oh my God, what do I post? So most business owners are pretty much employees to the algorithm. You're posting because you feel you have to, or you aren't sure you what to post, or you're posting and you're not sure if it's doing anything. Today, we switch to CEO mode. You are the CEO. We're moving from posting and praying to planning and prospering. Okay. Oops. My mouse goes really fast. It's a new mouse. Okay. So look at these numbers here. I want there's a few facts there. I'll let you just read those. But there are 2 billion searches a day on Facebook alone. So people are using social media as search engines. They're moving away from the vanity area of just looking pretty, and we're getting into what we call the discovery area. 1 in 4 people aren't even opening Google anymore. I'm kind of old, so I still use Google, but people are looking for you on Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. If your post is just a random photo, you're missing out on those 2 billion searches. But if your post answers a question, you've just turned your social media into a lead generating machine. Who here wants more leads? Anybody?
Absolutely.
Everybody? Yay! Thank you, Mackenzie. Okay, so let's transition into your worksheet. And I've got a copy of the worksheet here. I realize I could just pop over here. All right, we're going to look at section number 1. I want you to write down the top 3 questions you get asked by clients every single week. So we've got your little brainstorm box there. And I'll just give you a couple minutes to write down what the 3 questions your clients ask you all the time. And just give me a little nod and when you're done. I should have some music playing in the background. I know, Mackenzie, you probably can't write them down, but can you maybe
It's okay.
put in your
I'm
mind?
mentally noting.
Mentally noting, good. List the top 3 questions your clients ask you all the time. Who wants to share what one of their questions is? Anybody?
I can share.
Go ahead. Okay.
So honestly,
Okay.
one of the top questions I think any cleaning company gets is how much does it cost? Really, at the end of the day, they want to know if they can afford to book a service or not. So it's a really big question.
Yeah, and that's a tough one because do you want to put your answer out there for the whole world to see?
Yeah.
Yeah. Amanda, you
Yes,
had one?
exactly.
Yeah.
Mine top one is how do I do this?
How do I what?
So how do I do this? I just get a lot of questions asking how to
How
do
do I do
something.
this? Okay. So you probably would have a lot of we'll talk about the pillars in a minute, but yeah, okay. How do I do this? Okay. So what we're going to do now is pick one of those three and boom, your headline's done for your next post. Just kidding. I'm going to talk about the three pillars. And we have three pillars when it comes to doing your socials. So you've got your questions, but now I want you to take your top question and think of three different ways that you can talk to your audience about that question. So the three pillars are, and I don't know which worksheet you have. I had Amanda update the worksheet like this morning because I like alliteration and whatever that's called when you have the same letter to start with. So the three pillars are to educate. You want to educate your audience and tell them, this is how you would do what this thing is that Amanda wants to teach you to do. Or for Karen, for educating them, maybe why there's different costs for different types of cleaning, or educating them around how that pricing works, or what they should be looking for in their pricing. The second pillar is expert. You want to show them that you're the expert, that you know your. Um, so social media isn't just about selling, it's about educating people and showing people that you know what you're talking about. So when you're the expert, Amanda, she's administration, she's going to give them just a little bit of a tip about something, how to build automation or how to set up your email, something that's going to show that she knows what she's doing. Karen might talk about the type of products that she uses, or why she does cleans a certain way over another way, that shows that she's got the expertise behind her business. And then the third pillar, which is also really, really important, is called engagement. You want to engage with your audience. So this is where you get to be a little more personal. You get to show them a little bit more about yourself. We pull back the curtains and say, hey, for me, I'm not a morning person, so I'm not going to get up in the morning and try to schedule my social media. Yes, sometimes I get my ideas first thing in the morning, but I'm not doing anything until I've had my cup of tea. So have a pen and paper and write that idea down so that I can work on it later. I can share that with my audience. Your audience, you want people to get to know, like, and trust you. If they don't know, like, and trust you, how are they going to do business with you? Right? So socials, and with engagement, I'm not talking about taking a picture of your sandwich that you're having for lunch and say, hey, I'm having lunch today. We don't care. There's enough people to post on socials about, the fun that they're having. When it comes to engagement, you still want to remember your principles of business and your intention. Everything that you do in social media is done with intention. Okay. You're engaging with your audience with the intention of growing your business. You're showing them you're expert with the intention of people learning to trust you know what you're doing. Right? So there's always an intention. If you approach it that way, it's less stressful. The other thing for being less stressful is having a plan. And speaking of planning, I'm going to get back to my notes. Okay, so we've got, you don't need 50 content ideas. You need three pillars. This creates a recognizable pulse for your brand. Okay, So now I want you to go to section 2, where I've listed 4 types of pillars. Circle the 3 that feel most like you. So this, I talked about 3 pillars because there's one that's called empathy, or what was the other word I used, Amanda? My worksheet here.
Empathy and exchange.
Exchange. Okay. Yeah. So education, the tips, the how to, the expert, why I do this, empathy and engagement. I sort of put together because that's, I chose because I wanted the words I chose empathy and engagement because that's where you're trying to connect with your audience. The purpose of this is connection. Okay. So, I say check your top 3, but today we're going to focus on 1. Okay. We're going to learn about batching versus burnout. Oops. Batching over burnout. All right. The reason that marketing feels hard is sometimes context switching. So you're trying to be creative while you're trying to book your employees to do their job, or trying to do sales, or trying to do HR. You as a business owner are wearing many hats. And this is actually why I got into doing what I'm doing for the membership, is because people there's so much to do in your business. You have to sell, you have to market, you have to have meetings, you have to do the work. Marketing tends to be swept under the rug, would we say? It tends to be like the last thing, or the thing I have to do, not the thing I get to do. So I want this to be something that you are excited about, that you get to do. So without a plan, you won't take action. I've learned this. Does anybody agree that you need to have a plan to take action? When you don't know what to do, you either do nothing, or you what? Stress out. At least I do. I tend to do nothing. I tend to sit on the couch and go, oh my God, I should be doing this. 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 And I don't. If you booked 1 hour a week with yourself, okay, 1 hour a week, pick a day. There's the calendar for you. Pick a day, 1 hour a week where you are meeting with yourself for your content. Your content will be amazing. It will be consistent, and you're only dedicating 1 hour a week to your marketing and to your social media. And what happens is you get in the zone. You are, again, starting with intention. You're sitting down with the intention of showing your business and showing up online clearly and consistently. I'm pretty sure once you get into the routine of it, you say, oh, an hour a week, that's a lot of time. But once you get the tools that I'm going to give you, it'll become quicker. I think you'll eventually be able to do more within that hour. And then that hour a week will become 2 hours a month, to eventually what we want to do is get you to where it's 1 hour a month. You've got all your content, you do your imagery, you schedule it, boom, you're done. Okay. So think about that, booking an hour. So now what I want you to do is go to section 3. So pick your marketing appointment. Is it going to be Monday morning, Friday afternoon, Wednesday at 3? Write it down. This is your non-negotiable date with your brand. I just heard a beep. Oh, Joe Rubin. All right.
I can let people in, Jen.
Thank you. Okay. Welcome, Joe. I'm glad you made it.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you for joining us. Hey, hey. How's it going?
Good, good. I had a little, I don't know, anyways, had a little glitch. I had to use my phone and it worked out fine. It took a while to get in, but it's all good.
Not a problem. You're here. Welcome, welcome. We're just working on the worksheet. I see that you're driving, so I'm not sure that you have the ability
I
to,
parked. I parked.
oh, you've parked. Okay. Well, I don't know if you have a digital version of your worksheet, but I'll pull it up here on the screen to show you what we're working on. So we've got this worksheet here. We've just filled out what our top 3 questions are. We get asked all the time. And then, oh, I forgot this part. Example, how to solve the problem without the pain point. So this is your hook. Pick one of the questions and turn it into a search-friendly headline. When it comes to social media, I'm just going to take a step back because this is an important part of the caption writing, is you have 3 seconds to grab someone's attention. It used to be 7, but because we're in such a digital age where we've got screens, we've got info, and we're looking and searching, and you literally have 3 seconds to grab someone's attention when they're scrolling through the social media. So you always want to think of how can I grab their attention? You'll notice with a lot of mine, I'll ask a question. I'll be like, hey, did you know? Or for this class, it was like, I don't need another Zoom meeting. And I was like, but hey, come spend an hour with me. You'll need it. You want something that grabs their attention. And with your question, you want to basically solve a problem or touch on their pain point. You don't want to give them a pain point. You want to give them the solution. Okay. And then we talked about our content pillars. Okay. So the magic seed is the expansion. If I have one great tip, I can turn it into a Facebook post, a LinkedIn post, a quick reel or story. Okay. So let's talk about the different platforms. Let me just make sure I'm not missing anything here. Okay. With Facebook and Instagram and LinkedIn, these are the 3 that I primarily post on because they have the biggest audiences. I don't post on TikTok because my audience is there. If your audience is on TikTok, then yes, get on TikTok. You don't have to dance in front of a camera to be on TikTok, but it's all about connecting with your audience for your business. I find most businesses are on either LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. Facebook and Instagram, I kind of lump together in that you want to grab their attention real quick. You want to give them short, punchy lines. Let me just, Amanda, if you could help me mute. Thank you. There we go. That's okay. All good. Okay, so with Instagram and Facebook, you want to, specifically with Instagram, you want to be short and punchy. You want to just grab their attention or give them that information because they're going to be moving on. They're not going to hang around in Instagram. You want to make sure your imagery captures their attention and gets them their information. LinkedIn is a little different in that you don't want to just copy paste your Instagram info into LinkedIn because LinkedIn is, I'm going to say, a little bit more professional in that it's got a slightly more different audience in that it's professionals. The purpose of LinkedIn was to learn or how to get a job. It was to network to get a job. So I was a financial planner working, I was on LinkedIn as a financial person connecting with all of the banks and the businesses in the financial industry, and it was full of professionals. But that still can be your audience. I mean, everybody needs their house cleaned. So, the professionals need it. The mom at home on Instagram, she needs her house cleaned. So your audience is in both places, but you don't want to talk to them the same. LinkedIn is more long form stories. And you don't have to write a book. Please don't write a book. Your content should always, you want to change it up a little bit. Like, don't always do 2-liners or 10-liners. Do a 2-liner, then next week do a 10-liner. You don't have to count your lines, don't stress out. But the what I'm trying to say is that, again, be intentional about your content. And I have a really cool tool that I want to introduce you to. And if we have time today, I'll show her. It's called the GenBot. And so it's an AI tool. Everybody's getting into AI, and you can let me know what your feelings are about that when we have a chat time. But I love her. She is so helpful, not just because she has my name, but she's very helpful. The GenBot, what I do is I take the caption that I've written for Instagram and I'll copy it and I'll put it into my GenBot and say, now rewrite this for Instagram. And she'll expand on what I've already put together, and boom, there's my LinkedIn post. I will read it. I will make sure that the language is there. You can train her, and there's ways that I'll teach you in the future, how to speak in your branded voice and like I like to be a little whimsical and cheeky. And so I say, no, write it a little more cheeky, and she'll rewrite it for me that way, right? It's super fun. So real quick, just write your caption and then rewrite it for Instagram so that it's just filled out a little bit more. If you can do it the opposite way too. If you love to write and you've written, real good blog, you can take that blog and then put it into the GenBot and say, please condense this for an Instagram post or condense it for a LinkedIn post. Because what you can do is then you say, go read my blog on my website. So you're sending people from your socials to your website. So there's all kinds of things that you want to do with social. It's not just post and pray and walk away. We do everything. We want to do it clearly, consistently, and with intention. I think that's my new word for marketing is intention. I've said it more than 3 times. Okay, so let's take 5 minutes, and I want you to take your question that you had and think about the hook of how you're going to solve the problem for that question. And then I want you to write a Facebook post about it. And sorry for those of you that are in the car. I will give access to this replay if you'd like to do this at home after. Plus then, Joe, you'll get the beginning of the recording. So you take your question, your top question. You're going to think about how to solve that question. You're going to think of what kind of content pillar. Are you going to educate your audience? Are you going to show you're the expert? Or do you want to have some fun engagement? Start with your hook, write your solution. Then there's going to be one more thing you need. Because 3 is my favorite number. So we've got 3 pillars. We've got 3 actions you need to take when it comes to building content. So while you're thinking about that, just in the interest of time, I think I'll keep talking. Or do you want me just to wait a couple minutes while you write your solution? No, I got one nod. No, okay. You're allowed to participate. So if you say, whoa, Jen, hang on, then whoa, I'll whoa. But, I can always talk till I'm blue in the face about this kind of stuff because I love it. Anyways, okay. So 3 pillars and then 3 things your content needs to have. It needs to have the hook. It needs to have the solution. Then you need your call to action. Every post needs to have a call to action. We call them CTAs. What is a call to action? Anybody want to tell me? You have to hit unmute because we muted you all.
It's what they need to do next after they read the post.
Yes, exactly. We want a call to action of what you want your audience to do. Now, this is not a sales pitch. Okay. You want a call to action, but not a sales pitch. When it comes to sales pitches, which also have a call to action, you want to use the 80-20 rule. You want 80% of your calls to action to be non-salesy, 20% to be salesy, because you are here to promote your business after all. So you are allowed to talk about your business. So the call to action can be as simple as, what do you think? you can show a before and after picture. I'm sure, oh, Karen probably has some beautiful before and after pictures. If they're allowed, you probably have to get their permission to take a before and after picture. But wouldn't it be fantastic to have a before picture of all the gunk and, you know, the dirt or like a dirty oven, and then the after picture when it's all sparkly and clean, right? People love before and after pictures. It doesn't matter what product you have. And then say, which one, or give me your, let me see. Has your oven been this dirty? Or would you now like to, what would you bake in this crystal clean oven? You know, ask a question of your audience to get them to engage with you. Now, I'm going to tell you, you may get one person per 30 posts actually engage with you, but the purpose is to try to get them to engage. The more you ask, the more they're likely to respond. If you don't ask, you're guaranteed not to get any responses, right? So always have a call to action. It could be as simple as give me a heart emoji, or give me, if you're an author, give me a bookmark in the chat if you want a copy of my chapter, something to get them to respond. Go to my website and read my blog, something to get them to take action. A lot of times it is really good to say, what do you think? Or ask them a question. Now, the important part about this, though, is if you ask a question and somebody answers, what are you going to do next? Respond.
Hi.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Mackenzie's coming back in. Okay. We lost Mackenzie. Okay. Yes, you're going to respond. So all the, again, with social media, you cannot just post and pray and walk away. Okay. You have to stay engaged. This is not a full-time job, people. Remember, I had you book an hour to plan your content, an hour a week. Why not take 5 minutes of that hour? I will, Amanda, can you put the worksheet in the chat, please, for Mackenzie?
Yep.
Thank you. You, what was I saying? Okay, so you booked your hour to create your content. You could take 5 to 10 minutes of that hour to then engage as a guest in your social media. Okay. What you do is you go in and you go to your notifications and look for any comments. You don't have to scroll and go through all the posts and get distracted and start watching bunnies and cats falling off trees or whatever makes you laugh, right? You go to your notifications and you look for comments, you go to that post and you comment back. Thank you for commenting, or here's what I promised to send you, or whatever you had asked for. Then you want to take just a couple minutes to go find other posts that you can comment on. When you engage in your social media, you bring up when you engage in social media, I see your hand. Thank you, Gurjeet. The algorithm will reward you for that. They will put you up in the algorithm. They will show you to more people. The more active you are in social media, the more you will get rewarded. And Gurjeet, you had a question.
Yes, my question was, do you just respond once a week, or should it be a daily thing? Because sometimes people expect really quick responses.
Yes, and that's the problem with today's world is we expect everything now, and when we don't get it now, we get upset. What I'm saying is to make sure that you do it. If you're going to do it more than once a week, fantastic. If you want to do it, like if you're disciplined enough to do it 2 minutes a day, do it 2 minutes a day. The problem is you get in there and you start seeing things, they capture your attention, then you're an hour scrolling, and then you get mad at yourself. You're like, oh, I just wasted an hour in social media. And then you put it down, you don't go back. Right.
Hey,
So,
Jen,
yeah,
sorry to interrupt. I
that's okay.
cannot attach into the chat, so you're gonna have to send it yourself. It won't let
Okay.
me.
Okay, Mackenzie, do you mind if I email it to you after the workshop? Okay, I'll make sure you get it. You can just grab a piece of paper in the meantime if you want. Okay, yeah. See, I got talking and I got carried away. Oh my word. Okay. So yes, remember to do it with intention. So if you could do it every day, do it every day. If you find that you're not doing it, then put it as part of your plan to do it every week. If you plan, you'll take action. Okay. Has anybody got a Facebook post that they would like to share with us? Don't be shy.
I'm still trying to think of my hook.
You're still trying to
This,
think of your hook.
this is
Okay.
why you're going to be doing my social media soon. So.
Well, what's your question? How do I do this? What was your question? So fill in the this. What is this?
Well, I was trying to do something along the lines of like bottlenecks and inefficient processes slowing your business down, question mark. But then I don't know where to go. That's my problem. So I'm thinking
So
about
what
it.
is the solution that you have for bottlenecks?
I mean, it's me, you know that. So
But explain how your services help me.
I mean, yeah, that's what I'm struggling with. So I just got to think a little longer. My
Yeah,
mind's not there right now.
no, because I've kept you busy, too busy to be tired. Okay. Um, okay, so we've talked about, so nobody wants to share, that's fine. We're not gonna put you, so content switching, we talked about that. I will spend such and such hours. I say one. If you need more, start with more. We're gonna bring that down on such and such a day to plan my content for the following week or the month. Okay. I am here to help you stay accountable to your content because I want you to show up clearly and consistently and learn to have fun through your marketing, right? Who wants fun? Who's here to have some fun? Hopefully, all of you. Yay! Okay, so what day of the week are you going to commit to spending an hour on your social media? I want you to say it out loud to the group so that it becomes real. Okay? You guys willing to do that for me? So come off mute. Who's ready to go first?
I'll do it. I've got
Okay.
3 hours on Friday afternoons.
No, no. I want you to
Oh, sorry.
commit. I want you to commit weekly.
I thought that was isn't that what that is? Every Friday afternoon.
Okay, yes.
Yeah,
Okay, so
every Friday.
you're gonna spend 3 hours on Friday to plan my
Yes.
content for the following week or month. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And you'll do that every Friday?
Every Friday, I'll put it in my calendar. Yeah. Until you take it over, that's for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. All right. Okay, who's gonna go next? Karen?
Yeah, I'm gonna do Tuesdays because I find Mondays get busy. Fridays you feel done for the week. I don't know about anyone else. So I'm like, Tuesday's a good day of the week to, should be less distractions, hopefully.
Perfect. Karen's doing Tuesdays. Gurjeet, when are you going to work on your socials?
Uh, I thought of Wednesday and um, in the morning at I'm not sure of the time. I'm thinking either 9 o'clock or at noon.
Okay. So 9 or noon. Once you figure it out, put it in your calendar. Book an appointment with yourself and treat it like you're meeting with a VIP. Okay. Joe, are you going to commit?
That's what I was going to talk to you about. So my list, because I don't post, that hasn't been a big part of what I've been doing. So that's what I was going to maybe talk after the class, maybe about somebody like you doing it.
Absolutely. All right. Well then, yes, let us talk about that. Let me just make sure
I'm
I
with
have
you,
that.
Joe. I'm with you.
Yeah. Okay. So let's get back to my worksheet then, but we still have Mackenzie. When are you going to commit to doing your socials? Yep.
Tuesdays because I get all my content stuff on the weekends, like pictures and stuff from events.
Excellent. Yes. Mackenzie does some magnificent work. You would have some beautiful pictures to display with kids, and oh, I would have so much fun doing your content. Oh my gosh. Okay, so she's got Tuesday. So we've got Tuesdays, we've got Friday, we've got Wednesday, and we've got a Let's Talk to Jen. So now I want to talk to you about my Maven Marketing membership. Just so you know, I do have 3 levels of membership. The first one is the fun one. You get access to the GenBot. Let's see. Oh, we've got some time. I might just get to show you the GenBot. I have a Facebook community that I'm just starting and building. We will have weekly meetings like this where I will take the first probably 15, 20 minutes to teach you something, and then we'll work on it together. Because I want this to be a community where you get to do this and you get to learn and grow and, you know, build your skills so that you are confident. So you show up clearly and confidently and consistently. Okay, you'll get general tips and tricks. I do follow other social media specialists, so I keep up with the trends. That's how I know that people are using socials as a search engine. It's not just a let's tell mom what I'm doing. They're actually looking for information on how to do things and, reviews on products. Different people are now selling through socials. So you will get updates through the Facebook group on those trends. Level 2 is double the fun. You get everything from tier 1. You get access to the Birdieverse platform. Most of you probably don't know what the Birdieverse is. Birdie is the mother of the GenBot. Basically, the people that created the Birdieverse created the GenBot for me. And the Birdieverse is a much larger version of AI. It's basically business in a box. So the GenBot is trained specifically on marketing. She is trained to give you content ideas, to give you Canva tips and tricks, you can upload a picture and say, what's wrong with my graphic? And she'll give you some ideas. She's so much fun to play with for marketing. The Birdieverse is expanded to your business. You can figure out who your ideal client is. Then you can put that into the GenBot to speak to your actual audience. Amanda and I use the Birdieverse every morning,
Every day.
every day to talk, how do I run a masterclass? How do I do this? How do I do that? It's built for the broader general business, whereas the Birdieverse is very specified and trained on marketing. Then we get a monthly group 1-hour workshop. This is where we're actually going to sit down and do your socials. So you'll still get the training weekly. You'll get weekly training, but once a month, we're going to sit down and we're going to go through and be like, okay, what's your content? Where are you struggling? What do you need help with? Do you need ideas? Show me your images. We'll actually get to the meat and potatoes and get your social scheduled. So if you need more accountability to getting it done, and you're worried that you're not going to spend that week on yourself, spend an hour with me and we'll get her done. There'll be additional resources from the Magic Vault, which will have all of our replays. So you'll have access to every single class I do, whether you can attend or not. And you get Ask Jen Anything email access. So if you're stuck for a hook, you say, this is my question, I need a hook, and GenBot hasn't answered you, I can answer you. Okay? Level 3 then is the private circle. This is the ultimate one. We lost you, Gurjeet. There you are. Okay. This is everything again, of course, in tier 1 and 2. You get an hour per month with me one-on-one. So if you want me to actually do your socials for you, with you, and help you, give you some in-depth training on Canva, I give you that. I do quarterly audits for social media. In level 2, there wasn't room on the screen. In level 2, you get it at half price. Level 3, it's included, where I go through all of your socials, go through the analytics, tell you how you've done and where you can improve. So more personalization in level 3. Okay, so if you're interested in that, please book a meeting with me. I would love to see you. You can get more information here at mymarketingmaven.ca. And thank you. Yay. Thank you for being at my very, very first masterclass. I'm so excited. I had 5 people. Okay, I'm going to show you the GenBot just because it's so much fun.
I was just going to say, show GenBot. I want to
Yeah.
see it.
I want to get out of here. And where are you, Joe? It looks so nice and sunny.
Oh, he's muted. I'll unmute him.
Okay.
Oh, I can't unmute him.
Can't
You
unmute.
might have to.
Okay. Let me unmute you, Joe. Oh, hang on. Where do I go? People.
Oh,
There
I
you
did
are.
a
There he is.
pickleball tournament. I went to the parking lot.
Oh,
It's a
I'm
it's a professional. It's televised, so I'm just watching, but I'm a member at the club.
oh, cool.
But where
part
are
of
you?
the
What city are you in?
Oh, Newport Beach, California.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
It's funny, the volume's so bad, I have to like put it up to my ear to even hear you. It's weird.
Oh, yeah, I understand
But
that.
when I was in the car, it ran through the speaker, so it was good.
Oh, good, good. Okay. Yeah, we're all Canucks up here. We're all from Canada, so we saw the blue sky and was just like started salivating because we want the hot weather.
Hey,
Oh,
I'm in
funny. Yeah,
Edmonton.
it's pretty nice.
You
It's hot weather.
Vancouverites can't you guys can't complain. I'm in Edmonton. No complaining in
Yeah,
there.
she still has snow. So,
Exactly.
all right.
We still have lots of snow.
So while I've got you for the last 9 minutes here is the GenBot. So this is the Marketing Maven GenBot, and she is built with the brain of this girl here. So I apologize in advance. No, just kidding. She is your Marketing Maven coach. You can ask her anything. Hi, I'm GenBot, the Marketing Maven coach. How can I help you today? Do you want to start creating in Canva or help design? Does anybody want to ask Jen something specific, the GenBot? As an example, maybe Amanda, we can put in your question.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could put my question in. Yeah, just say like how do I don't know, something about how do I rephrase something about helping people with their bottlenecks in their business or something like that. I don't know what to say.
My business. And I'll help with learning how to speak to AI because it's AI. Have you guys used AI lots or a little bit? Lots? Okay. Okay, so you guys know pretty much how to prompt. Okay, so my business is helping business owners with their administration and systems. How do I answer the question of what was the question again?
Like how to help people remove bottlenecks from their business or something.
People remove bottlenecks in their funnel or in their sorry, say that
Business,
again.
just in their business, yeah.
Please write me an Instagram post for this. She does have a bit of my personality too, so she can get a little cheeky. So this is a common struggle when you're admin systems pro. Your job is basically being a bottleneck detective. Ooh. Most business owners don't even realize they are the bottleneck until they've completely burnt out. They think they're being involved, but really they're just the human traffic jam in their own company. How fun is that? Here's
That's
a draft
exactly what
for an
everybody
Instagram
does, yes.
post. Okay, and she'll give you options. So choose the one that feels most like you. Option A, here's your headline. This is your hook. Remember I talked about a hook? Is your business stuck in a one-lane construction zone? That would be good for anybody in trades. You might be a bottleneck in your own business. Ooh, get right to the core. Stop being the human traffic jam. Would that make you want to read it?
I personally like option B best right now.
Yeah. Okay. Ever feel like you're working 24/7, but your to-do list just stays the same? So this is the post. And it says, not sure where your bottleneck is? Drop a thing in the comments and let's find out together. Remember I said to have a
Little
call to action? There you go. There's your call to action. Okay. And then she gives you some coaching tips. So she said, oh, a carousel. So you guys know the three different ways of posting in socials. You've got video, you've got static posts, which is a one image, and then you've got carousel. And carousels when it's multiple images. Carousels are good because you get people to slide through, right? So it says the carousel approach. Page 1 could be this, page 2, page 3, or you can do a before and after layout, bottleneck versus the system. And then she reminds you to keep it clean in your branded colors. How does this feel for your branded voice? If it's a bit too cheeky, because that's me, we can dial it back and make it more professional. Okay, so you can say,
Yeah,
I want to make it more fun. I want to make it more professional, or say, I like option B for the headline. Please also rewrite the write this for a LinkedIn post. So now she's going to do option B. And there you go. She's rewritten it. LinkedIn's a great place to talk about this because people are usually in the growth mindset. You might be at the bottleneck in your own business. It's hard to put and see how she's just filled it out and made more content. And then she changed the question. Which part of the business feels the most stuck right now? Let's troubleshoot in the comments. It is still giving you hashtags because the whole world thinks we're supposed to use hashtags, but FYI, hashtags are dead. The world just hasn't caught up to us yet. So don't use hashtags.
Post without it.
You can now skip hashtags. I implore you to skip hashtags because then you show people you're smart and keeping up with trends. Okay. And then once again, it gives you ideas for formatting. Okay. We've got a couple more minutes. Anything else you want to see about the GenBot? Any questions? Questions about the membership? Questions about how to get in touch with me? Yes, Gurjeet.
So I know you might cover this down the road, but my question was, how often should you be posting on, say, for example, LinkedIn?
Okay, that's a very good question. Thank you, Gurjeet. That would probably be one of my top 3 questions that people are asking. The key is consistency. And when you work with me, you're going to hear this time and time and time again. You must be consistent with your posting. I don't care if it's once a month, okay? Be consistent. So depending on what you can handle, that's why I have you actually booking time in your calendar, is because I want you to be consistent. So if you can only handle once a week on, say, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram, and we will talk about ideal audience down the road and what platform your ideal audience is in, because that's where you want to be posting. If you just wanted to start with LinkedIn, post once a week, that's okay. Be consistent with that. Once you get good and consistent at that, post twice a week. Then you can post 3 times a week if you have the content. Some people have enough content they can post 5 times a week. It all depends on your business and how you want to handle your marketing. Okay. So the key isn't how many times, the key is the quality, not the quantity, and the consistency. I will preach it time and time again. Be consistent.
Thank you. That answers my question. Thank you. And I will be leaving very soon. Thank you.
Okay, yes, it is the top of the hour. If you have to go, you are free to go. I will stay on for a few more minutes to answer any more questions you may have. So thank you for being here, Gurjeet, and I look forward to seeing you next week. I'll be in touch before then. Any other questions?
I have a question. How do you fight your perfectionism when you set that time aside so that you don't waste it by trying to
Yeah.
perfect a single post or something, or a single topic or something?
Thank you, Karen. I appreciate your message. So thank you for being here. I'll be in touch with you this week. That's a very good question because I think a lot of times we want it to be perfect and we're so into it that we don't realize we're wasting that time. You can do one of two things. One is you can set yourself a timer. If you know it normally takes you half an hour to create an image or and a post, set a timer for half an hour. And once that timer goes off, question yourself and say, okay, why isn't this ready? Is it me or am I really missing something? Because a lot of times we do get very critical and in our head and we just can't find the perfect picture. For me, I'm trying to think, oh, what would my audience, what would they relate to? What do they? Um, Done is better than perfect. I think I actually have a thing on my website somewhere that talks about perfectionism, and it, again, done is better than perfect because we don't live in a perfect world. And guess what? Having mistakes in your posts is even going to be better for you than having a perfect post because we live in a world of AI where everybody's trying to get to that perfect post. And it shows you're human when it's not perfect. So um setting a timer or also just walking away and coming back to it. Just take a breath, go get a glass of water, feed your brain some water and then come back to it. And just remember that it's done is better than perfect.
Great. Thank you.
You're welcome. Any other questions? No? Okay. Do you have any questions, Joe?
No, I think I'm good. I got to put the phone to my ear to hear you, but
Yeah.
no, I think yeah, maybe some questions after to see what uh maybe later, see what I missed too at the beginning.
Okay.
Um and then I was curious too. I didn't hear what everyone else did. I don't know if you shared that. But it sounded like there was a housekeeper, right?
Yeah, Karen, she owns the company Made Pro for cleaning homes. Mackenzie, she is a face painter for kids and for adults that like to get their face painted, I'm sure. And Amanda is administration.
Oh,
And
nice.
Gurjeet helps women in childbirth.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
crazy.
Yeah, yeah. So a real mix of people. So it's going to be real
And what do
fun.
you do, Joe? And what is your what do you do?
Oh my God, my resume is so long, but in a nutshell, I was in the art gallery business. I had 15 retail art galleries and was like the pioneer on the web selling art online. But I met Eric Lofholm is how we met, Jennifer and
Oh,
I,
yeah.
about 27 years ago. But so, and then I build custom homes and remodel custom homes now. But to be honest, I've slowed down and kind of just was been doing, focused on helping a buddy with social media, more on website and SEO, search engine optimization.
Nice.
So I've been helping him and really loving that. So, getting people like on the front page of Google
Mm-hmm.
number one, like let's say a
Mhm.
housekeeper, my best tip for the housekeeper would be Airbnb targets would be great because I had a lot of Airbnbs and I had to clean those things, no joke, every 3 days. So it was 10 cleans per month.
Wow.
And
Yeah.
this cleaner was getting over six figures, from us. and plus their clients. But that's a great market. But our target is like people who want to get on the front page of Google and have their phone ringing, like a veterinarian or a roofer, or somebody who's got a little bit of a higher ticket item.
Gotcha.